Okay, so let's get started here. So we're going to start off with just kind of a bit of your musical history. So why don't you tell us kind of where you got started, how you got started, sort of, what's been going on in your life since you started singing pop music?
Okay, well, I actually started singing when I was 9, and I started opera lessons, so I have a bit of a classical background. And then I was 16, I switched over to pop rock and started recording and writing in studios, and that's kind of when it was sort of like, do I want to do rock or do I want to do pop? And then I went in the pop direction and started working on pop dance music and just really getting into the world of pop dance. So, yeah, I guess that's, and then my real turning point was when I met my singing coach, Mika Barnes, and he sort of started coaching me in the direction of production and that kind of thing and the people I should be working with. And, yeah, and I guess that's really what brought me to where I am today. So, yeah.
Okay, so now in terms of, obviously you're a pop artist. So what do you feel sets you apart from, the Britney Spears and the Rihannas of the world? What do you think separates you from them?
Well, I also write a lot of my material, and I co-write a lot of my material with my producers, so and I'm 100% hands-on when it comes to the music. I co-produce when it comes to mixing and the vocals, and I'm really hands-on, especially with the vocals, because that's my primary talent, and I really just want to make sure it always shines. So I guess that's kind of what sets me apart. I don't really just take songs and then sing them however someone else wants them to be sung. I'm really hands-on when it comes to that sort of thing.
Right, and that's really good, because you hear a lot about artists these days not really so much writing their own music as opposed to just having it kind of written for them, and you almost don't feel like the music is their own because they're not the ones doing the writing. So it's really good to hear that you were involved in that, for sure.
Yeah.
I love how your songs actually have lyrics too. So many people just sing the same thing over and over, and
yeah, that's true. A lot of songs these days, they just have I guess a la-la section all the way through the whole song or something. But, you can have some la-las because it's fun to sing along to them, but the whole song can't be made of that.
Your themes are also very, very awesome. I like how you just have the sort of live free kind of dance sort of thing where, you're not like most of the other artists who are just talking about, I ripped my clothes off and stuff like that, too, so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, something to the imagination. You can't be all exposed all the
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, what are your goals, do you feel? Where do you want your music career to take you? And, really, where has it taken you? Because, we obviously heard, a lot of your success with Nirvana being played on, mainstream radio and being on Pizza TV and stuff. So, where have you gone with it now, and where do you hope it will go?
Well, I feel like right now I'm sort of an indie artist working towards the commercial level. So I try to make all of my music as mainstream and commercial as possible, just because that's the kind of music that I really like to listen to. So that's what I try to emulate. But I really see, I'm hoping if I keep working and keep going at it for the next 5 years, that hopefully I'll be on my first world tour. So that's kind of what I'm working towards, I guess. But I guess we just put Just in Case to mainstream radio as well. So that's the first step towards that. And the follow-up single will be released in February for that. So yeah, and I guess that's about it. I don't know, just keep working and keep making music and keep releasing it and just don't ever stop.
I don't think it's going to take 5 years.
No, you don't think so? I'm hoping it'll happen sooner, but I feel like when I first started off in mainstream pop music, I had unrealistic expectations, so I like to try and work as hard as I can and set my goals with more breathing room so that if they happen sooner, I can be excited. Just be like, yay, it happened! Oh my gosh!
That's a good way to think of it, though.
Yeah. Oh, pardon me?
That's a really good way to think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better to be excited than disappointed,
Yeah.
Keeps you going, especially in the music industry, because, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel like you're looking to actually be signed by a major label, or do you want to kind of stay indie? Do you want to open your own sort of thing? What do you think? Where do you see your, I mean, as I said, it taking you? Like, where do you want to go business-wise, I guess?
Well, business-wise, it would make sense to sign with a bigger label eventually. I don't see, like, right now, I think signing with an indie label would be helpful to have more manpower, because right now it's a very small team. I have my personal manager, and then I have my project manager and myself. And I have a choreographer who works on contract to help with the live shows. And but then all of the business stuff, it falls on me, my personal manager, and my production manager. So it's like the three of us just working all the time. So I find it hard to have that time to just be an artist and work on the music. So it would be nice to have an indie label with maybe a major label support. You know?
Right.
So that would probably be something in the near future. And then, of course, to go international would be the major label with the push and the money. So.
Okay. Now, ultimately, where would you want to sign? If you had your choice of anywhere you could go sign, where would you want to sign?
Where would I want to sign? Like with a label?
Yeah. Like what label do you have a particular label you'd be like, oh, I really like to be on that label?
I don't know. I don't really have a particular label that I would be. Maybe Universal? I don't know. Like a big label? I don't know. I don't really look at labels too much. I like Cherry. Is it Cherry Tree or Cherry in LA? That one seems really cute. But I don't know. I'm not too sure. I guess I'm a really big believer in working with people who want to work with you. So, you know, like you can have these goals and dreams of working with really huge people, but until you get to know who they are as a person, and if you really like who they really are, then you don't know if you really want to work with them. And if you are dying to work with someone who wants to give you 5 minutes and somebody who wants to give you like a whole day wants to work with you, then you should work with the person who wants to give you the whole day, not the person who's like, okay, sure, fine, whatever. You really want me to work with you, so I'll do it. You know,
of course.
Because if you have people that really believe in you, it's better than trying to force people to believe in you.
And actually, that leads into my next question, which would be, if you had your choice to collaborate with anyone in the music industry right now, who would that be? Totally throwing aside the potential attitude they may have.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I had a hard time. I picked a bunch of people for it because I don't know. So I love Cyndi Lauper. She is amazing. I just love the emotion that she puts into all of her lyrics when she sings. So I would love to collaborate with her and work in the studio with her. I really like Kanye West's production on all of his albums. Awesome. So I would love to collaborate with him as well. Chantal Kreviazuk is another singer-songwriter that I know she's worked with a bunch of pop acts as well, and so it would be really awesome to get to write with her one day.
I love her.
Yeah, I saw her in concert once, and I was just like, oh, I'm in love.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's she romances the audience. It's fantastic. And Katy Perry is just so cute, so I would like to write with her. Adorable. And Paul McCartney, because I grew up listening to Paul McCartney, so it would be pretty awesome to get to work with him too. He's probably one of the first people that I heard, and I was like, oh, I think I like music, you know.